Hi, I'm Maryanne Comaroto, columnist for the Beverly Hills Times Magazine, and we're here with Gia Galligani, who's a producer well known for some of her episodes with The Bachelor, among other programs that you're going to tell us a little bit about. Gia, what are you working on now?
I am working on a lot of incredible things. I'm doing a project with NASA, and then I'm doing another project with Molly Celine about her launching herself into NASCAR. So very exciting things.
On the other horizon, aside from work, because there's work and then there's play, which brings to mind matters of the heart.
Okay.
What's happening for you in this department? Is there any love on the forecast?
You putting me on the spot. I love it. Let's see. I am totally interested in somebody. Don't want to name any names, but he lives 2 hours away from where I live. So distance is what's keeping us.
In your industry, a very busy woman like yourself, I mean, for any working woman, it's not so easy to find love these days. Long-term, long-distance relationship, how's that working out for you?
I think more than finding is keeping it. Maintaining it is hard. It's very hard because you need to, create that foundation, and that's what is hard, to be able to keep seeing each other so you can create that foundation. And then if you are going to be traveling all the time, at least you bring yourself back to the foundation. But creating that is what has been kind of hard.
I'm a relationship expert, as those of you out there who know. For those of you who don't, I'm a relationship expert. What that means is I know a lot about relationships. And I'll tell you one thing. I get asked this question all the time. Why are men so intimidated by a powerful woman? Gia, you're a powerful woman. Do you agree with that? Do you think that's an old wives' tale? Do you think it's a myth?
No, not at all. Now, that's my question to you. Why? They are.
Oh, so you want me to answer?
Yes.
So that's been your experience. Men are intimidated by powerful women.
I think they're intimidated by powerful. Not only that, but I think on just having it to happen so quickly, and having somebody who's so secure that things can just boom. Yes.
So would you say that's a question of biology? In other words, maybe men really on a primal level, they say want to be hunters. Yeah, they want to rescue someone. Do you think that has anything to do with it? I don't. Curious what you think.
Well, not necessarily. In my experience, I still feel like they do hunt. I just feel like they are too overwhelmed by women that now work as well, and some of them have a relationship that they don't want to be in. They don't want to be tied down. That whole concept of being tied down and having kids and all that stuff is not really in the new generation of men's horizon. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it's been my experience.
Do you think it's difficult to make the transition from your work hat to your romance heart?
Yes. You see, because I work so much, I usually meet people in the business world. So sometimes it's kind of hard for them to understand that that's not who you are, and you could be slightly different. They see you in action. I direct, so I am in command in my job. So it's kind of hard for them to see me outside of that, and that is very overwhelming for them. Understandably so, I think.
Having been part of producing one of the most popular television phenomena really in the world, The Bachelor, you had a kind of privilege of watching women kind of go goo-goo, right? Being in their element. Looking back, what would you say, just to all women in general, if you could say, women, I'd really like you to learn this one thing, what would that be?
Don't tailor to a man. Just keep being yourself. I saw a lot of women just trying to analyze what the men wanted so they could be that, or they can make sure that they could become that. And I just say, you just stay true to who you are and just be who you are. If they like you, good. If they don't like you, then you need to move on, because that right person will be there. I have not found it, but I have witnessed enough people that have found it to say, don't settle for less.
Last question. Do you think there's a special soulmate for everyone?
I think there's various.
More than one?
I don't feel like it's always in a in that kind of relationship. I think there is beyond a partner relationship, a friendship relationship. I have an incredible my best friend. I feel like she's my soulmate. I feel like we were sisters in another life, and I have a few of those. So I do feel like you have various soulmates.
Well, you heard it live here. I'm going to tell you what, being on the set of The Bachelor, you get a real bird's eye view of what's really going on.